Hey everybody, welcome to our live chat. The live chat. Bum 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 bum. Hey Tracy, hey Ann, hello. So guys, we're going to finish our look. So you all know, even though we're on Facebook and YouTube right now, you guys all know that we're on several times a day. Renee usually starts us off in the morning. I'm gonna actually move this down. I feel like it's just my head. Renee starts us off in the morning, and then I take us into the afternoon. And we cover everything from how to airbrush, how to start airbrushing, how to practice, what are the rules, and just make it as easy for you. And the big thing is know that you're not alone. Everybody has gone through the same thing. And so it does take some getting used to. We are upfront about that, but we want you to be comfortable. We do these so you're able to ask questions as we go along and all that fun stuff. Hello, Lisa, Patty. Oh, Tracy's hand was broken, so now she can airbrush. That's awesome. That is so good. Okay, so we are going to finish our look, but I am going to go over the beginnings of airbrushing. And so you might have a kit, you're waiting on a kit, you're ordering a kit, whatever the case may be, but chances are it might look something like this. This is our icon. I'm using the Icon Pro, which is just a different color, and then it's also 2 speeds. And so you have 1 speed that you can do everything with, from foundation to contouring to eyeshadow to eyebrows, everything and anything. And then we have the higher speed that is for tanning and more, like, it'll cover more area. It has a little bit more air pressure in it. We also give you the 2 bottles of foundation, and that's so you can practice. Think of this starter kit as your practice kit. We want you to practice. We want you to get started. We also give you the 2 bottles so you can mix and match. You can have that perfect foundation shade match 365 days a year. And then we also give you love and the blush. Our blush is super high pigmented. It does bloom. And so there's different ways you can put that on. I actually, in the 2 o'clock, I put the blush on first. I even contoured, airbrush contoured first. Did some highlighting with glow, and then airbrush the foundation over that to help blend everything. But the main thing, what I want you to do when you first get it, number 1, is get it out. Get used to the feel of it. As soon as you turn it on, as soon as you plug in the power and turn it on, there's air that comes out. And what's great about that is with the air, you know where the makeup's going. That, hands down, that makes it real easy. So wherever you feel the air is where that makeup is going. Also, make sure you keep moving around and around, and then pull back very lightly on the trigger and keep it 4 finger widths away. You definitely want to keep it 4 finger widths away to make sure, like, it won't stop, to make sure that that's a good distance. And I just saw, Patty, what you mentioned. So let me check something real quick. Real life. I don't have my glasses, so I'm hoping that I can see. It looks like the BOGO has stopped. I'm going to ask somebody. Hold on 1 second. This is real life. Real life. Okay. All right, so I'm just finding out right now. I'm like, right now I'm finding out. So let me see if he'll answer me, and then I think he might have answered me. So hold on. Oh, the lip stains ended yesterday. The BOGO lip stains ended yesterday. But we always have some really good sales, Patty. So go to the Lumina site and check them out. But yeah, our new sales usually start on, they end on Tuesday and the new one comes in. So yeah, I'm sorry about that. But you want to make sure the steps you want to take, keep it 4 finger widths away, keep moving around your face, and then barely pull back on the trigger. That is the one thing I want you to practice, because we don't want a lot of makeup to come out. And I know that sounds weird and it goes against everything we've been doing up to this point, but with airbrush and how it's being applied is it is very, very light on the face. It doesn't fill in every inch of your face. It works with your skin. And so spraying super light is super important. All right, so now, good afternoon. Hello, Chris. Hello, Candy. Oh, sorry. I forget I'm on YouTube and Facebook. We had a question on the BOGOs and if they were still on, and it ended yesterday. So with our translucent powder, I'm doing what I call a powder guard. And since I already did my foundation and my contouring and all of that, I'm protecting the space underneath my eyes. So when I do my foundation, or I'm sorry, when I do my eyes, if there's any fallout, it's going to catch that and I can swipe it away. All right. Let's see. Hello. Oh, okay. Thank you, Heather. I appreciate that. I miss you guys. All right. I am also going to use the optics. I love the optics. And if y'all saw Renee earlier today, I loved the colors that she used. So I was like, oh, should I use some of those colors too? Because I really liked them. She did use the strength palette, which is beautiful. And so we can, I don't know. I'm like, I don't know. Do I? So I'm going to use the Lisa. How long does the machine last? Girl, it can last forever because as long as you take care of it. We do have a 1-year warranty. So you take care of it, you clean the machine, or you clean the stylus, you're taking care of your stylus. I always recommend get an extra stylus, because that way if something did happen and you needed to send your stylus in, you have a backup, and that way you're not gonna water through your stylus and it'll go in right where the makeup goes. And what I end up doing, in the real world, I'm in my bathroom, I just turn on the warm water and I'll run it through that way. Real fast. I did put glow as my highlighter here. So I'm just going in with a little bit of the Afterglow in the Optics palette right here, just to lighten a little bit and kind of blend that out. Nancy, there's not a BOGO, baby. It ended yesterday. Good afternoon, Amber. So Chris, you bought the iDuos, the airbrush? Well, we can definitely do that tomorrow. I will do, and I actually have some new airbrush eyeshadows. I will do that tomorrow for you, girl. So come on back. Do you watch the 4 o'clock one? Oh, y'all are so sweet. Do you watch the 4 o'clock? Because Chris, I'll just make sure that I do it when you're on. So if you're here, if you're going to be here for the 4 o'clock, I'll do it for the 4 o'clock. I'll do airbrush eyeshadows. I have some right here. So we'll have some fun with those. All right. So now I'm going to take Reflection. Do I want to use that one? What is this one? I don't want to be like a total copycat of Renee, but yeah, I'll do Reflection. I don't know. I think she used another palette. So this is the Optics. So I'm going to go in and use Reflection. And do a little in my crease. And if you can tell, hey, Christy, I am barely touching my skin. We all know that eye area on top and bottom is so delicate, and I am being so gentle. I'm not going at it really hard. I'm I mean, you can't even see the skin move because I'm doing it so gentle. That is how I want you to do it. When you're blending, you do not have to use power. I always get, when I see makeup artists that are like holding the head and going in there, you don't have to do any of that. You're just going to go in and lightly, softly blend. So this is just the translucent powder that I'm using as a powder guard. That's all. I just did some powder, our translucent powder right underneath. Hey, Isabella, good to see you. And then blending this side. Making sure there's no harsh edges. And there is a time and place for harsh edges, but with this look, I'm not doing that. All right, so now I'm going in, and I think I'm gonna mix, maybe I'll just do Aurora. Ms. Zed, good to see you. Jackie, good to see you. How are you, my friends? I'm mixing Aurora and Passion in the Strength palette, which is a pink and a purple. And I'm just going to use my finger and tap that right on top. Ooh. Right there. And then on this side. I mean, that should show you how how pigmented it is. I don't have to hardly touch it, and it's amazing. All right. Ooh, digging it. Digging it. Musette, thank you so much for asking, baby. My family is good. All right, I'm going to blend just a little. Just to blend those colors just a little bit more. And then I'm going to take a little bit of, I think I'm going to have to get another palette. I'm going to go into the Lovers palette and using, I think I'm just going to use the brown in the Lovers palette, which is Obsession. And very lightly go into my crease, the outside crease. Just to deepen that a little bit more. Oh, Candy, you got the Silk and Smooth shaver? Girl, I actually used it last night. On my cheeks. Jackie, there are no BOGOs this week, baby. No BOGOs. So I'm just blending this a little bit more. And if I need to go back and pop up that color a little bit more, I can do that with my finger. Just like that. And then using the flat eyeshadow brush, just like that, using the tip of it, I'm going to use a little bit of that Passion and a little bit of the Obsession, the brown, just to kind of mix those colors a little bit. And go in there and line underneath. Hey, Marie. Thank you, Amber. Amber's loving the colors on my eyes. They're fun colors. I have to say, Renee inspired me today with the fun colors that she used too. But I feel like we need some brightness in here. Ooh, digging it, digging it. And I'm going back with Passion in the Strength palette, just right underneath to kind of brighten it up a little bit more, because I want it bright and sheery, not I don't want to bring the brown to bring it down any. So I'm just gonna stick with that. All right, now we're gonna do some lashes. So I actually got some of our wings. Are you going to be able to keep doing this at the end of, baby, we keep doing it. I have been doing this for, Musette, how long has it been? 4 years, 4 or 5 years now. We do like, now we've been on YouTube. I'm sorry, we've been on Facebook, and now we're switching to YouTube, and then we're on Facebook 1 time a day, but we are here. All right, so I just took, and I'm using the Diva lashes. Those are my faves, and I have them right here, and I go in and I do this to my lashes. Now, because they've been in the case, they curl. I'm doing that to have them shape the eye. And so here, and at this point you can kind of, there's enough tackiness on here to see if you need to cut them. So if I put them on like that, I would see if they stick out and I need to cut them, which I know I don't. And now I'm going to find my glue, and I'm putting my glue down here. And then I'm going to put my lashes through it. So I grab it like this, and I drag the lash through the glue like that. Okay. I do it a couple times. You want to make sure you get on the ends, because that, if they're going to pop up, that's usually what pops up. I'm going to set that one aside. Now I'm grabbing this one and doing this one. Gloomy. Yeah, Patty, come on. This is going to be so much fun. We have a lot of fun here, and we talk about everything. But you can ask questions. But yeah, I've been doing this a while. So come on back, girl. Again, you see the times below right there. If you go on YouTube and subscribe to us, it'll pop up when we're live, and so that way you get to see them. All right, so now I'm going in and curling my lashes. Hello, Lauren. How are you? Oh, thank you, Patty. All right, so I just curled my lash. Now, the glue is drying on my lash, and that's what I want. I want it to get where it's tacky, where it's a little sticky. Then I'm taking my handheld mirror, and I'm going to hold the lash with my tweezers, and then I look down. I have the 10-time magnification, and I'm going to look down, and I pop that lash on. Now, it's not on 100%, but it sticks where I need it because it's tacky. It's a little sticky. And then I'm going in and placing the rest of it. Marie, you need to tan. I do too, babe. I noticed that I used tanning tonic the other day, and I've noticed it's coming off on my neck. So I definitely need to tan again. Again, these are the Diva lashes. I'm going to hold this one and make sure it stays in place. Okay. And then now I'm getting the other one. Whoa. Turning it around. Patty, you haven't tried yours yet? Yeah, if the secret is letting it get tacky, making sure you don't have to cut it. If that glue gets where it'll stick, chances are you have a better chance. If it's wet, it'll slide, and then you don't have as much luck. I'm going to do it this way, so hopefully you can see up and over. setting it down. Also, looking down is another factor. If you can look down, it stretches your eye how you need it to have the lash stick. And I got a little glue on my lid. So I actually closed the tweezers and took that off. Oh, Brenda. Okay. I was like, Brenda put a big message on YouTube. She wants a summary of everything I did so she can recreate the look. I love it. So just to give you kind of a rundown, because we did half the look at the 2 o'clock and now we're doing the rest of it. I started with peach color corrector and then did contouring with my contouring color, airbrushed. And then I did soft rose blush and highlighted under my eyes and brow bone with Glow. And then put on Mystic Foundation, which brought us here. And then on the eyes, I used the Optics and the Strength palette. This is the Optics, and I used that color right there, this top one, which is Reflection. I used Afterglow all over, then Reflection in the crease. And I used Passion and Aurora on my lid. There. And then a little bit of Obsession on the outside crease. And that is where we are. So I'm finishing putting on Diva lashes, and I'm going to let that dry so I can line my eyes, making sure that glue is still a little wet. And I'm just going into making sure that's stuck. All right. Now just taking a little kind of a fluffy brush. I just feel like that's moving. A little fluffy brush. And if you were real close, you could see that I did have a little bit of fallout here. And that's what this does. I just used our translucent powder to do a powder guard. So I just use that and tap that on, and that protects my under eye. So now I can take a fluffy brush and blend that out. And then it also will help highlight underneath the eyes. Okay. Brenda, definitely come back, girl, and I have to pop all this powder off. Come back. I mean, we are here. You see the times below. We go over the beginning of airbrushing, how to airbrush, all the fun stuff. So we would love to have you back. As I'm waiting on this, as you can tell, this one's bothering me. As I'm waiting on these to dry, I cleaned up underneath, and now I'm going to do some highlight or some shimmer and my lips. And so I'm going to use the Optics, and then using kind of a stiffer angle brush, I'm going to use Mirage. I'm actually going to mix. I always mix. I'm going to do these two right here. Boop, 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 boop. Happy hump day. So even though I airbrushed, this is one thing I love about Luminous. Even though I airbrushed, everything up until this point except the eyes. I can go back and put on traditional makeup, and that's what I'm doing with the like the powder that I used. And then now I can go in and do a little bit of shimmer there. Now, if you wanted to use the highlighter that is in the daggers, you most certainly can. All you have to do is just tap it on. So if you put it, you would and then tap it. On right like that. I think I got this in my mouth. Yep, I did. So I got a little bit too much there. And if that happens, woo, that's standing out. I'm going to cover most of that with eyeshadow, I mean lips anyway. So bam, there you go with that. And now I'm going to go in with, what pencil do I want? I'm going to line. I think I'm going to use Stark. Which has a burgundy hint to it. But I do like to go very light. So I'm lightly going in and lining. It really is. I mean, I can't tell you the number of times that I've heard people say, oh my gosh, I wish I would have done this sooner. You know, they'll never go back to traditional. All right, so I do that. And then I'm kind of smudging it out. Just so I don't have that real precise line, I like to smudge it a little bit. So that way you don't, you know, I just hate having that like super precise line. And now, you know, I have to do a pop of color. So let's do, I'm still going to do merengue. It's going to match my earrings, so I have to. And even though I did this like a darker lip liner, but because it's smudged, I can still go right on top of it. And go right to that line. And this is the Vinyl Slick Liquid Lipstick in Flamingo. Flamingo. And I'm making sure it's off my teeth. There you go. Ah! I'll just put that on the floor right now. So you have there. Now my lids are dry. So I'm now going to take the Persuasion eyeliner. And I like to just boop, 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 kind of drag it by. I like, Renee used this earlier, or she used the Temptation one, but she's like, just do it a thin line where you tickle your lashes. So I'm right at the lash line, just tickling my lashes. And there you go. I like doing, I feel the, I only do a liquid or a Persuasion eyeliner on top. I like doing a powder underneath because that way it's not as harsh. So I do mix eyeshadows together and do that underneath. And then I can always finish with some mascara if I wanted to, but you don't always, especially if you put on lashes, if you're putting on the wings, you don't always have to, because sometimes it's just enough. I mean, this definitely gives me enough boom to be done. I could just put it at the bottom and be done with it too. So it just depends, again, on how you want to finish the look. So it's up to you. The Patty, the color I have in my eyes, I've used the Optics palette, and I'll show you real quick. I used this one here all over, and which is Afterglow Reflection in the crease. And then I used the Strength palette, and I used these two on the lid. And I literally just went like this and popped that right on my lid. That is how pigmented it is. I'm gonna do it just a little bit more to make it stand out a little bit more. And then a little bit of like a medium brown right here. And then I lined with that brown and that purple underneath. So I'll come a little closer so you can see, but it's a really pretty color. I'm really digging it, I have to say. And then of course lashes, and I'm using the Diva lashes. I have Flamingo on my lips. What else? Oh, I did use Velvet Veil too. I did use Velvet Veil earlier as well. So there you go, guys. A little bit of makeup goes a long way. It really can complete a look. A bright lip with a neutral eye can complete a look. It just makes you, I just feel not with this, but I just feel a little fancier right now. A little more put together. Lashes, I'm in love with lashes. I love lashes. I do. I would do lashes every day. Love it. So there you go. All right. Have a wonderful, wonderful hump day. And I hope to see you guys back here tomorrow. Renee and I are here Monday through Friday for you guys. The times are below. If you're on YouTube, make sure you subscribe. If you're on Facebook, we are here at 4 o'clock, but you can always jump over to YouTube, subscribe, so you get notifications when we are live. All right, guys. So great seeing you. I will see you tomorrow. All right. Bye for now.